Children, welcome to AIMS India's online classes. So in today's class we are going to start a new lesson from the subject mathematics, that is our fractions. Okay, and what is the learning checklist? That means by the end of the chapter fractions we would be able to compare, add, subtract, multiply and divide fractions, and also we learn how to solve word problems involving fractions. Okay children? Now let's get started with the basic terminology of fractions. Fractions with the same denominator are called like fractions. Yes, you have already learnt about fractions in the previous classes. So before starting our new chapter fractions in the 5th class, let us simply revise what we have learnt about fractions. Fractions with the same denominator are called as what, children? Are called as our like fractions. Examples: 1 by 4, 2 by 4, 3 by 4 and so on. See, here we are having 3 fractions as you can see. And what is the denominator, children? When we say 1 by 4, the number written on top will be our numerator and the number written below is our denominator. Yes, d for written down and the d for denominator, the number written down will be our denominator. So for a given set of fractions like 1 by 4, 2 by 4 and 3 by 4, if they all have the same denominator, then they are termed as our like fractions. What are they called as, children? They are called as our like fractions. Again, what are like fractions? The fractions with the same denominator are called as our like fractions. Now coming to fractions with different denominators are called as unlike fractions. Yes, see the opposite. Here they had same denominators, so they were called as like fractions, and here they are having different, so they are called as unlike fractions. Say like 4 by 9, 6 by 7, 2 by 3. Yes, if we take these 3 fractions, are the denominators same, children? No, the denominators are not the same. Here we are having 9, 7 and 3. So as they all are having different denominators, they will be called as our unlike fractions. Now coming to the third point, fractions with 1 as numerator are known as unit fractions. What are they saying? Can you see the examples here? 1 by 5, 1 by 8 and 1 by 12. Now these 3 fractions are having what? Are having 1 in their numerator. 1 as their numerator. So these will be called as our unit fractions. Okay children? Now whenever we have fractions with 1 as the numerator, they are called as our unit fractions. Next, equivalent fractions. What is this? Equivalent. Equivalent fractions are 2 or more fractions that have the same value. Here it should be 3. 3 parts should be shaded. Okay. So what are they saying? When 2 or more fractions have the same value. What does this mean? Here we are having 1 by 3, 3 by 9 and 4 by 12. 1 by 3 is equal to 3 by 9 is equal to 4 by 12. We are having this sentence here, children. Now all the 3 numerators are different and the denominators are also different. But they are saying that all these 3 are equal. That means these 3 are equal in value. These are our equivalent fractions. If we take 3 by 9, yes, in equivalent fractions we multiply or divide. We multiply or divide the numerator and denominator both with the same number, children. If we take 3 by 9 and if we divide both the numerator and the denominator by 3, 3 divided by 3, 1, then 9 divided by 3 is equal to 3. Yes, So 3 by 9 is equal to nothing but our 1 by 3. In the same way, if we take 1 by 3 and multiply it with 4, multiply both the numerator and denominator. 1 into 4 divided by 3 into 4. 1 fours are 4 divided by 3 fours are 12. Yes, we got our 4 by 12. 1 by 3 is equal to our 4 by 12. Understood, children? Equivalent fractions are the fractions that are equal in value. And how do you find out equivalent fractions? We need to divide both the numerator and the denominator by the same number, or we need to multiply both the numerator and denominator with the same number. Children, see, we are multiplying with 4 both numerator and denominator. Here also we are dividing by 3. Both 3 and 9 numerator and denominator are divided by the same number. I cannot divide in numerator and then multiply in the denominator. Okay, both should be either divided or else they should be multiplied, and the important point is it should be done with the same number in both numerator and denominator. Now coming to the next one, that is proper fractions. Now what are proper fractions? Proper fractions are those fractions in which numerator is smaller than the denominator. Examples: 1 by 6, 2 by 10, 3 by 5 and 4 by 12. What are they saying? The numerator is smaller than the denominator. If we take the fraction 1 by 6, numerator is 1 and denominator is 6. Yes, numerator is 1, denominator is 6. If we compare the numerator and denominator, numerator 1 is less than our denominator 6. Yes, children, numerator 1 is less than our denominator 6. So this will be termed as our proper fraction. When the numerator is less than our denominator, it will be a proper fraction. Or see, if I'll explain you with an example. Now consider the bigger number as father and the smaller number as child. Okay, when you are a little child, or even now you might be playing with your father, it's called, see, your father will be sitting down and you will sit on top of him. Yes, you will sit on top of your father. Father is below and the child is on top of the father. This is called as a proper fraction. Yes, the child should be above and father should be carrying the weight of the child. Always consider the bigger number as the father and the smaller number of the child. So when this is like this, it will be a proper fraction. Now coming to improper fraction. Improper fractions are those fractions in which the numerator is greater than the denominator. Example: 16 by 6, 12 by 5, 23 by 15, 24 by 12 and so on. See, 16 by 6, here 16 is the bigger number, so it will be the father. 6 is the smaller number, so it will be the child. Now here father is sitting on top of the child. Yes, it is improper. It will be an improper. The child will not be able to bear the weight of the father. Yes, so it will be an improper fraction. Here the numerator 16 is greater than the denominator 6. Understood? When the numerator is greater than the denominator, it will be called as an improper fraction. Yes, I am repeating it again. When the numerator is less than our denominator, this will be called as our proper fraction. And when the same numerator in a fraction, when the numerator is greater than our given denominator, it will be called as an improper fraction. Understood, children, the difference between a proper and an improper fraction? Next, a mixed fraction. Now what is this? It is a mixed fraction. Is a combination of a whole number and a proper fraction. Now what is a mixed fraction? It is a combination of a whole number and a proper fraction. Example, 2 3 by 4, 3 2 by 5, 5 1 by 5, 9 1 by 3, and so on. If you look at the diagram here, this is fully shaded, this is fully shaded, and then the third one I will shade only half part, children. Now how will you represent this in fractions? We are having two fully shaded circles, so 2, and then the third circle is only shaded half. It is 1 by 2. Yes, this circle is represented as 1 by 2. So this combinedly, two fully shaded and a half shaded circle combinedly is written as 2 1 by 2. What is it written as, children? 2 and then 1 by 2. This will be called as our mixed fraction. What is this now? This is a mixed fraction, and there are two components of a mixed fraction. One is this whole number. One is what, children? One is this whole number, the number that we are having, a complete number. Next part will be our fraction. Not just any fraction, it will always be a proper fraction. Yes, what are the two components of a mixed number, children? It has a whole number and a proper fraction. When we have both whole number and a proper fraction in a number, it is called as a mixed fraction. Note, only improper fractions can be converted into mixed fractions. Okay, now we have the method of converting converting mixed numbers into fractions, and then fractions into mixed numbers. Now what are they saying? Only improper fractions can be converted into mixed fractions. Yes, a proper fraction, say 1 by 3, cannot be converted into mixed fraction. Only improper fractions, such as, suppose if I take 15 by 7. Okay, if I take the improper fraction 15 by 7, the numerator is greater than the denominator. How to convert this into mixed number, children? We need to divide 15 divided by 7. 7 2s are 14, and the remainder will be 0. Okay, we have divided the numerator by our denominator. We got 2 as our quotient, 1 as our remainder, and 7 is our divisor. Now how will we write it as a mixed number? Quotient will be the whole number. Yes, quotient will be the whole number. And if you observe this fraction, we are having 7 in the denominator, right? That 7 will be written as it is, and the remaining remainder will go on top, that is, it will become our numerator. Understood? See, in the improper fraction 15 by 7, we are having 7 in the denominator, that is nothing but our divisor. It will be written as it is, children. It will be written as the denominator itself. The quotient will be the whole number part, and the remainder will be our numerator. So only only improper fractions like this can be converted into a mixed fractions. Okay. Next, simplest form of a fraction. What is the next one? Simplest form of a fraction. A fraction is said to be in its simplest form if its numerator and denominator have no common factor except 1. Okay, what are they saying? A fraction is said to be in the simplest form. In what form? In the simplest form. When, if its numerator and denominator have no common factors except 1. Yes, the numerator and the denominator should have no common factors except 1. Let us look at an example here. Reduce 12 by 16 to its simplest form. What are they asking us? We have a, what do you say, we have the new fraction 12 by 16. We need to reduce it to the simplest form. The common factor of 12 and 16 is 14. What are they saying? So if we write the factors of 12 and 16, the factors of 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 12. The factors of 16 are 1, 2, 4, 8 and 16. So what are the common factors of 12 and 16? We have 1, 2 and 4. Yes. So what did we learn about simplest form? A fraction is said to be in simplest form when the numerator and denominator have only 1 as their common factor. But here we are having two more common factors, that are 2 and 4. So from these common factors, which is the highest one, children? Highest common factor? 4 is the highest common factor. Not just any common factor, the highest common factor of 12 and 16 is 4. So that is why we will divide the numerator and denominator by 4. Can you see this green box here? What is written? Divide the numerator and denominator of the fraction by their highest common factor to get its simplest form. So when we get any fraction which is to be converted into its simplest form, what should we do? We should divide the numerator and the denominator of the fraction by their highest common factor. So we've got the highest common factor here, that is 4. 12 by 16, HCF is 4. HCF is nothing but the highest common factor, right? Yes. Now we need to divide both the numerator and denominator by 4. 12 divided by 4 will be 3. 16 divided by 4 is nothing but 4. So what is this 3 by 4? If you look at the common factors of 3 and 4, the factors of 3 are 1 and 3. The factors of 4 are 1, 2 and 4. The only common factor that they share is 1. Yes, the common factor is only 1. So we can confidently say that 3 by 4 is the simplest form. Is the simplest form of what? Of the fraction 12 by 16. Understood, children? How did we find out the simplest form? First, we found out the HCF of the numerator and denominator. Then we divided both the numerator and denominator by the HCF. By doing so, we got the simplest form of the given fraction. That is our 3 by 4, where the numerator and denominator share only 1 as their common factor. Yes, now 3 and 4 have no common factor except 1. Hence, 3 by 4 is in its simplest form. It is in its simplest form. Understood, children? Now moving on to comparison of like fractions. Comparison of fractions, in that, as we know, fractions are broadly classified as like and unlike. So first let us look at the comparison of like fractions. Now what are these like fractions? Like fractions have the same denominators. Yes, they have the same denominators. They can be compared by their numerators. Now as the like fractions have same denominators, for example 3 by 5 and 4 by 5. So typing mistake, children. For example 3 by 5 and 4 by 5. Now these two are like fractions because they have the same denominators. Now as they are like fractions and have the same denominators, they can be compared by comparing their numerators. By comparing their numerators. Here 3 and 4 are the numerators, and when we compare 3 is less than 4. What did we find out? That 3 is less than 4. So automatically this is 4 by 5. As 3 is less than 4, 3 by 4 also becomes less than 4 by 5, children. See, the fraction with the greater numerator is the greater fraction. Now among 3 and 4, 4 is the greater numerator. So 4 by 5 will be our greater fraction. Yes, comparison of like fractions is very easy. As they have the same denominator, we just compare the numerators. The fraction with the greater numerator will become our greatest fraction, and the fraction with the lesser or the smaller numerator will be our smaller fraction. Now coming to the example 18 by 3 and 11 by 3, again they both are our like fractions as they have the same denominator. Now we need to compare the numerators 18 and 11. 18 is greater than 11. So the fraction 18 by 3 is greater than 11 by 3. Understood, children? The comparison of like fractions. We compare the numerators, and whichever fraction is having the greater numerator, it will be our greater fraction. The comparison of unlike fractions. Now the comparison of like fractions was very easy. Now what about unlike fractions? Unlike fractions have different denominators. Yes, for example, the numbers 1 by 7 and 2 by 6. Now these both have different denominators. Now how to compare them? They can be compared in two ways. The first one is by finding the LCM. What is the first way, children? To find out the LCM. Now again, what is LCM? LCM is the least common multiple, right? We need to find out the least common multiple of the denominators and then convert the given unlike fractions into like fractions and then compare. Now comparison of unlike fractions is a bit lengthy. First, what should we do? We should find the LCM, that is the least common multiple of the denominators, and convert the given unlike fractions into like fractions. First, we need to find the LCM, convert the unlike fractions into like fractions, and only then we can compare. If you look at the example, compare 2 1 by 3 and 1 1 by 4. Compare 2 1 by 3 and 1 1 by 4, children. So what will be the steps? Here 2 1 by 3 and 1 1 by 4 both are our mixed fractions. Yes, both are our mixed fractions. So first step would be to convert the mixed fractions into improper fractions and then take the LCM of the denominators. 2 1 by 3, what were the fractions here? 2 1 by 3, 2 1 by 3 and 1 1 by 4. Let us convert them into improper fractions. 2 1 by 3 can be converted as 3 2s are 6 plus 1 divided by the denominator 3. What did we do? We multiplied the whole number and the denominator plus the numerator. 6 plus 1 becomes 7 divided by our denominator 3. 7 by 3 is our mixed improper fraction here. Next 1 1 by 4. Again multiply the denominator and the whole number. 1 4s are 4 plus the numerator 1 divided by our denominator 4. 4 plus 1 5 divided by 4. So the converting the given mixed fractions into improper fractions, we get, what do we get? 7 by 3 and 5 by 4. 7 by 3 and 5 by 4, children. Now next we should find out the LCM of these numbers. These two fractions are unlike fractions. So that is why first we need to find out the LCM. LCM of what? LCM of the denominators 3 and 4. 3 and 4. we need to write the multiples of 3 and 4. 3, 6, 9, 12. Then we have 4, 8, 12 and 16. What is the LCM here? 12 is the least common multiple. So the LCM of 3 and 4 is 12. Understood? Till now, first we converted the mixed fractions into improper fractions, and as they are unlike fractions, we took out the LCM of the denominators. Now we will convert the given fractions into like fractions. So first we need to multiply the numerator and denominator by a suitable number so that the denominator is equal to the LCM. 7 by 3, 5 by 4, LCM is 12. Yes, so we need to multiply both the numerator and denominator of both the fractions so that the denominator will be equal to the LCM. So that what? So that the denominator will be equal to LCM, children. We found out the LCM of both 3 and 4. So to convert these, that is 12. 3 and 4 is 12. Now to convert them into like fractions, they both should have a common denominator, right? So that common denominator will be our LCM 12. Here the denominator is 3, but we want the denominator to be 12. How will we get that? 3 fours are 12. Yes, 3 fours are 12. So we cannot just simply multiply the denominator. We need to multiply the numerator as well with the same number. 7 into 4, 3 into 4. 3 into 4 is equal to 12. 7 fours are 28. Again 5 by 4. The denominator should be the LCM 12. But here we are having 4. 4 threes are 12. Yes or no? 4 into 3 will give us 12. So we need to multiply the same 3 in the numerator as well. 5 threes are 15. 5 threes are 15. Understood, children? Here we are having two unlike fractions, 7 by 3 and 5 by 4. When we convert them into like fractions, they should have the same denominator. And what will be the common denominator? It will be the LCM. Now here LCM is 12. So 12 will be the common denominator. But here the denominator is 3. But we want the denominator to be 12. So when we multiply 3 into 4, we'll get 12. And in mathematics, you cannot just simply multiply the denominator. You should do the same to the numerator as well. It is nothing but finding out the equivalent fraction, children. It is like finding out the equivalent fraction. As we have multiplied the denominator by 4, we are multiplying the numerator by 4 as well. 7 fours are 28, 3 fours are 12. For 5 by 4, we are having 4 and we need 12. 4 threes are 12. So we are multiplying the numerator 5 with 3 as well. 5 threes are 15 and 4 threes are 12. Understood, children? Yes, to find out the LCM. Now after finding out the LCM and then converting them into like fractions, the numbers we got are, the fractions we got are 28 by 12 and 15 by 12. Now these two are our like fractions with the same denominators 12. So now if we can compare the numerators, right? 28 is greater than 15. So 28 by 12 is greater than 15 by 12. 28 by 12 is nothing but what? Our 7 by 3. 15 by 12 is nothing but 5 by 4. So 7 by 3 is greater than 5 by 4. Or what were the mixed numbers? 2 1 by 3 and 1 1 by 4. 2 1 by 3 is greater than 1 1 by 4. Now let me take another example of two improper fractions, say 4 by 6 and 7 by 2. Okay children, 4 by 6 and 7 by 2. Now to compare this, first we need to find out the LCM, right? The multiples of 2 are 2, 4, 6, 8, and the multiples of 6 are 6, 12, 18 and 24. What is the LCM here? The least common multiple is 6. For both 2 and 6, the least common multiple is 6. So what are this? 4 by 6 and 7 by 2, right? Yes. So what is the LCM? Wait children, let me write it here. Yes. So in the final answer, that is in the final fraction, we both should have the common denominator 6. Now if you look at 4 by 6, 6 is already having 4 by 6, it is already having 6 in the denominator. Yes. So we need not do anything to 4 by 6. We can write the 4 by 6 as it is, leave as it is, or if you want, you can multiply both the numerator and denominator by 1. See, 4 ones are 4 and 6 ones are 6. Yes, multiplying with 1 will not change the numerator and denominator. So you can simply go for multiplying the numerator and denominator with 1, or you can write the same fraction as it is. Now when it comes to 7 by 2, it is having 2 in the denominator. But the denominator should be 6. We need to convert it to 6. We have 2 3s are 6. Yes. 2 into 3 will give us 6. Now as we have multiplied by 3 in the denominator, we'll do the same in the numerator. 7 3s are 21 divided by 2 3s are 6. Now what are our like fractions? 4 by 6 and 21 by 6. If we compare, both are having the same denominators. Yes children. So if we compare 4 by 6, 4 is less than 21. 4, if we compare the numerators, 4 is less than 21. So 4 by 6 is less than 26. We should not simply leave at this children. What is 4 by 6 actually? Yes, 4 by 6 was given as 4 by 6 in the question only, but 21 by 6 is nothing but our 7 by 2. You should replace the fractions with the actual fractions asked in the question. What is the conclusion? 4 by 6 is less than 21 by 6. That is nothing but our 4 by 6 is less than 7 by 2. I hope you have understood the concept of LCM children. Now this was one way of comparing two unlike fractions. There is another way of comparing unlike fractions that we'll discuss in the next class. Yes, and with this we've come to the end of today's class. I hope today's class was clear, and please visit our website www.aimstoday.in for other information regarding online classes, quizzes, live worksheets, DIY activities